Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mazatrol Tips and Tricks. If this is your first time here, my name is Phil and I teach people how to set up and run a Mazak CNC lathe while programming it with Mazatrol. In this video, I'm going to show you guys some common mistakes that can lead to a crash. I'm going to go over a lot of information, so please watch this video to the end. This is the insert drill that I blew up a few days ago, and I thought it would make a good video to show you mistakes and how to prevent them. All right, let's get started. All right, so let's go through a program right now. I'm going to erase program 20. So we got something new to start with. We're going to select the Mazatrol program, and we're just going to give it a quickie rundown of a general program. Let's say it's made out of cast carbon steel. OD is 4-inch. ID is 0. Length is 4-inch. Spindle limit 2,000 RPM. Finish allowance on X 10 thousandths. And then we don't need a stock face on this one. So the first thing I always do, turn on the coolant, arrows, M code, coolant on. So now when I was drilling the part, I was using the manual process. So the arrows, manual program, you have to put a 1 in here and a 1 in here. Give it a gear number, 1. And this is tool 8. So I set the insert drill as a boring bar so I can use it to drill and bore at this, on this control. This older control won't let me set 2 different types of tools for one station. To get around it, I just use the insert drill and probe it as a boring bar. So the diameter is going to be the 1.130. So this is an 1 1/8 insert drill, and I start at 100 thousandths from the front. I turn the speed on at 1,000 RPM, and I gave it an offset number. So I said G1, I'm going to feed into the part. I wanted to go -2 inches into the part, and then this is where I crashed it. Feed rate, I typed in 0.003, but it took 0.03, and I didn't catch that mistake. Sometimes when you key in stuff too quickly on this older control, it doesn't register. And then I rapid it out to 0.1, and let me go through the programming. So a lot of the programming, or a lot of the mistakes and crashes that I've done to this machine over the years doesn't show up on the toolpath check. It's always something else. So the feed rate, it's at 30 thousandths per rev. It won't show up as a crash on the toolpath check. So if we go check step and single block it in, we're at 1 1/130, 100 thousandths from the part. These are rapid moves with the dotted lines. A solid line is a feed rate move. And then the dotted line is a rapid move out, and then it goes home. So visually, this looks like it's going to work just fine. But I have 30 thousandths per rev in here, which was way too much for this insert drill to handle when it was drilling through hardened steel. So the insert blew up, and I melted the end of the drill down. So feed rate errors is the one common issue when we can crash the machine. So make sure when you type something in that it's exactly what you want it to be instead of what the machine thought it was. So that's one crash. Another one is when you set a tool, go to the tool data page. This arrow is the direction of the chuck, how it spins, if it spins clockwise or counterclockwise. Nowhere in the toolpath check does it actually show you the direction of the chuck. So if you're trying to run a tool that needs an MO4 and you have a yellow arrow, which is MO3, it's not going to go well because it's cutting at the bottom of the insert. So the direction arrow is another area for crash. Also, when you put a tool in, make sure to set the tool data and the tool geometry here right when you put the tool in. There have been instances where I put the tool in, somebody came up and talked to me, and I completely forgot to probe the tool and set the work shift. And then I was running the part, and fortunately the tool that was in there previously was longer than the new tool, and I was trying to figure out why it was cutting air. Well, I didn't set the tool right. But a tool geometry error won't show up on your tool path. So that's another area to watch for. A third one is when you're doing your offsets, again, a keying error. If you type in 0.002 quickly, sometimes it'll register, but sometimes it'll miss that second zero, and then it will go 0.02 instead of 2 thousandths. So it'll be 20 thousandths on top of whatever you put in there. So whenever you key something in, take an extra second and look at what it entered, just to make sure. A lot of the mistakes I've done in the past is because I got in a hurry, I was overconfident, and it bit me in the ass. So you need to watch out for keying errors too. And then also when you're doing a bar out move, and then you adjust the feed rate, again, it's a keying error. Make sure you put in 0.008 for 8 thousandths. In the past, I've had it where it didn't take that second zero, and the feed rate was 80 thousandths. The program looked great on the screen, but when it went to run it, it was taking 80 thousandths per rev, and it blows the tool up. Again, I've done these mistakes several times over the 25 years I've been running this machine, and I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes. So keying errors are a big one here. So whatever you type in, make sure that that's what's going to happen. The tool, usually you know what tool you're on, but that's also a keying error too. But that usually will show up on the graphics where it will look really weird because it's got a tool in it that can't do the geometry. So this one doesn't happen very often, but the feed rate errors happen more often than I want to admit to. Another error which I've also shown you in the past was when you make a program, it's still in back edit. So when you go to the position screen and go to auto, you got to make sure that it's not called up on the previous program, which is usually your jaw boring program. So I'll bore the jaws and I'll put the part in there, and if I don't call up the part program, it's going to try to rebore the jaws with a part in the jaws, and that will crash the machine. So watch out for making sure you're on the right work offset. Other mistakes I've done in the past is the chucking direction, either an ID or an OD chucking, and then I'll chuck the part, but then when you go to run it, the machine errors out and says, hey, the chuck is open. That happens sometimes, but it won't crash the machine because it thinks there's nothing in the chuck. But this video is primarily about crashes and what you can do to prevent them, but they don't show up on the toolpath check on this screen here. And that's it for this video. There's not a lot of mistakes that you make, but when they do, they end up hurting the tooling or the machine. So please keep in mind the keying errors and other stuff like that. If you like what you see, go ahead and push the subscribe button and click the bell so you won't miss any future videos we have coming out. If you guys found this video to be helpful, please give it a thumbs up. That helps out my channel and gets YouTube to share this video with more people. Also, if you guys have suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments. Again, thanks for watching, and don't do this.